Hello and welcome to another video in Embolden's video tutorial project. In this video we're going to talk about how to control your navigation in DNN. There's sort of two types of navigation here. There's this dynamically generated navigation, and that's what we're going to be talking about, where you have these drop-down menus that appear on the site. And then there's this navigation up here that are called header links, or sometimes called admin links. These are hard-coded into the template. You can't actually control these. If you wanted to edit these, your web developer would need to go in and actually edit the template itself. Same thing with anything that's down in the footer here. Any of these things would need to be edited in the template. But for this stuff in the main navigation, this is totally controllable by you. So this is essentially showing us the structure of the site. You have some stuff that's at what's called the root level: how to give, donors, professional advisors, grants, scholarships, initiatives and impact, and about us. And then underneath that, you have a second level of navigation that shows up in the drop-down. You can have things that are at a third level of navigation. For example, if we click on how to give overview here, we will see in the sub-navigation on the side, you have all of the second level stuff, but you also have a third tier of navigation here with reasons to give and ways to give. So understanding the hierarchy of the pages on your site, how the site architecture works, will allow you to then determine what should show up where in your navigation. So the way you control your navigation is very simple. You'll go to admin and then pull down to pages. And if you're an Embolden client, you will not have all of these things. You'll probably just have pages and recycled in. So we're going to go to admin pages, and we see a sitemap here. If your sitemap looks like this, it's in a box and there's a bunch of buttons to the side, you're in the right place. If it is a plain text sitemap, you are on a different page that's usually under Manage Site called Pages. So you want to be in here. If you're on a very old Embolden DNN site, this may be called Admin Tabs rather than Admin Pages. But essentially, if we look here, it takes a little getting used to, but this is all the pages on our site, and it's in the hierarchy. So we have the home page, we have how to give, and then down here we have donors. So all these things that have nothing to the left of them, that is the root level. If it's indented 1, how to give, that's the second level. And if it's indented twice, then that's the reasons to give, that is the third level. And we can totally control this simply by clicking on any page and then clicking these arrow keys over to the side to move it around in the hierarchy. So I can take Establish a Fund, click on that, click this green up arrow, and it will move that whole section, Establish a Fund and the investment information page underneath it. It would move it up 1. And then in the navigation, Establish a Fund would appear above New Spirit page instead of below it. So you can move everything around on here. You can even move things left and right. So if I didn't want investment information to be a child of Establish a Fund, but be what's called a sibling of it, to basically be at the same level, so they're both in this main drop-down, I could just select that and click the left arrow. Likewise, if I wanted Establish a Fund to be a child of New Spirit page, I could click this and click the right arrow. You should know that you do need to click the arrows every single time you want to move something. There is no drag and drop functionality built into this, so you cannot click on this and then just drag it up here to move it. You have to click on this and then patiently click the arrows several times. You can also, from any page on here that you're clicked on, click the edit link, which is the pencil icon. You'll see that over and over. That's always edit, and that will get you into the settings for that page. You can click the magnifying glass to view that page. You can click the X to delete that page, or you can add a new page from here. Most of those things I find easier to do just from the page functions menu, navigate to the page you want and get into the settings there, but either way will bring you to the same place. So that's controlling your navigation in DNN. Up next, we're just going to talk quickly about deleting pages and hiding pages.